Celebration 5. Hi, this is Fernando Perez, also known as Atherinzala85, also known as StitchVader85. I want to make a correction on my last video. If I did say June 4th to the 6th on my last video on weekend 2, my apologies. It was supposed to be May 28th to the 30th. If not, then I'm cool. I'm about to make my review on Star Wars Weekend 3, which was on June 4th through the 6th. I only tuned June 4th. And here we go. I had a coworker named Sumiko who was lining up the night before, which was Thursday, June 3rd, around 5 in the afternoon, lining up on Billy D. She was near the sign of the Star Wars Weekend. So I joined her around 5:50. She had a seat with me. Me and her chatted with her for a bit. I brought soda so I could stay awake. Billy D's line was all the way to the docks where it takes you to the Epcot Resorts. Ray Parks was halfway there, but it got bigger late in the day. I went to his line. My priority was to get Billy D's. Then after that, go to Dave Filoni's. So at 8:45, we got fast passes. We got Billy D. Williams' first set, which was at 9:55 to 10:10. And then I later got Dave Filoni's. I actually requested because I could have got his second set, but his second set I would have missed the talk show, which I didn't want. So I requested, could I get the third set? So I did. I got Dave Filoni's 5:30 to 5:45. Then I went back to my car with Sumiko. Sumiko got her put her seats back. I got my stuff and then walked because I didn't want to get my bag checked when I was trying to line up again. Bought a few merchandise, stitch photo of Yoda, which is pretty cool. Mentioned that later in another video. Went to Billy D's line. His line was getting really, really packed. But before I got there, I got to meet my good friend David, who was there. We were waiting for everyone to arrive. We saw Dave Filoni. It was before I was going to meet him on the set. Got to meet him. By me, and I said, "Hey, congratulations on season 2." Tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Thank you, man." Which I was like, "Man, that's gonna be awesome when I get to meet him at the end of the day," which is really cool. I easily went to Ray Parks. Then Ray Park came, saluted everyone, saying, "Hi, good morning." Then I went to Billy D. Williams. Dave took photos. I took a photo. This is where I get. Billy D was the one I was hoping that I'll be like awesome with, but oh man, and I'm gonna get negative comments on this. He kind of rubbed me the wrong way in a way, but not in the I'm like, oh my god, I'm destroyed. I asked him because I heard on the Forcecast a few months back that when he was at MegaCon, he was about to do a record deal. Go back to the studios to do music. He used to be a musician, a singer, and when I asked him that, he's like, "What?" He's like, "I heard that you were thinking about doing a duet with Aretha Franklin." He's like, "I don't know what you're talking about." He was like telling me like, "No, you're probably thinking of someone else. That was not me." And then I took my picture, and then when I walked away, I was like, "What just happened?" I'm like, this was like my most disappointing so far moment right now. Then after that, Dave was like, "Hey, how was it?" I'm like, "Oh God, I wish it was better, but it was horrible." But I respect the guy. If he had a cover or something, I would understand. But I felt like an idiot right there. Also to let you know, it wasn't hot. It was completely covered with clouds. It was cloudy the entire day, so I was super happy. It wasn't hot. It was a nice day to be out. It was a somewhat busy but not too busy day. I went to the Clone Wars 11 o'clock show with Ashley Eckstein, Dave Filoni. Dave Filoni was hysterical. He was funny. It was the funniest thing. One of the funniest shows I've seen. They showed the Clone Wars. It was cool. I keep forgetting. Each weekend, whenever they pick out a kid or a person who does a little voiceover, gets an autographed signature of a toy. D. Bradley Baker did one. Tom came for their photo with his autograph. James Arnold Taylor will do one as well, which will be my next video. And Dave Filoni did one as well. He did a drawing for a kid, which I believe was Ahsoka. So he drew Ahsoka to a kid, and gave it to them, which was really cool. plus right there. Then after that, I skipped again, Legends of the Force. Then I immediately went to line up for the the talk shows, Stars of the Saga. There we go. I finally say the name right. Ray Park first came out. He was getting a huge applause, which was awesome. He talked about his Heroes appearance, how he got to Star Wars, that stuff, and then Billy D came out. He had a big ovation. So I'm a little disappointed. I gave him a few claps. He was quite funny. I was very impressed. They showed a clip of him in Scrubs, which is hysterical. And also, I couldn't believe it, they played the Robot Chicken 2, where luckily they covered all his bad words, which was hysterical. And he talked about his most favorite thing that he liked was the cape. He felt like powerful with the cape, which was hysterical. Show was another good success. Of course, the beginning thing was with Stormtroopers is always the best. Brand new this year. Took pictures with some characters. Didn't get in line. Wasted time, in my honest opinion. Then I went to see Dave Filoni later in the day. He was great. He signed, and all my Clone Wars, I forgot in the last video, signed a collage. I'll show you the item later. Signed a collage of the. I had him sign on the bottom corner, so he's signed with most of the characters. The only one I won't get till possibly Celebration 5 will be Matt Lancer. Lantern. He's the voice of Anakin in the series. Talked to him for a little bit. He also signed my season 1 of the Clone Wars, which was really, really cool. Talked to him a little bit. He's another person I'm happy about. So far, I've been happy with all the Clone Wars members, which is really good. Then after that, I believe I did see Hyperspace Hoopa, because that was the day where on Facebook, a few days before, it said, let the Wookiee win, because Chewbacca had not won one show yet. And despite Vader had a longer, louder yell for him, but the crowd was still chanting, let the Wookiee win. Chewbacca won. Those people wearing stickers that said Chewbacca win. And then they pulled the Kanye West, where like, I'm very happy for you, but I'm going to let you finish, which was hysterical. So far, another good Star Wars weekend. This was supposed to be the big marquee one, because all the stars are coming. It was another great event. Bought a few new items. I will review that later. Unfortunately, the only disappointment was Billy D. Williams, just because of that, but nothing too big. This will be my end of review of season 3 of Star Wars Weekend 2010 Weekend 3. I'm about to do, my next video will be on Weekend 4. Alright, I hope you enjoy it. Subscribe me, and may the Force be with you. Bye-bye.